And in the studio with me today is Jay Jacobs, the Associate Director of Band and the Director of the USC Marching Band. Good morning, Jay.
Hey, good morning, Rick. It's great to be here.
Yeah, and exciting news. We got, about 2 weeks ago, I guess, we got the news that the band's going to be playing in New York City.
Yeah, we're headed to New York, 2024, so Thanksgiving Day and the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah, so how many people do we have in the band this year?
This year we're at about 360.
Oh, that's a few more than when I was in.
It's grown a little bit over the years.
In the Jim Pritchard years, 63 through 66, I think we had about 160.
That's still a great number, I tell you, for those years. Yeah, I've read a lot about it. Yeah.
And we we rehearsed in Davis Field, which was a little bit different because Russell House was not as far out into the West Wing. The West Wing wasn't built back then. And there was no reflecting pond in front of the library. So we had the field. The band practiced there, which was pretty good for the fellows over in Preston. It was all male dorm back in those days. They used to hang out and watch the band rehearse.
Oh, that's exciting. You all were just right here then. That's pretty cool.
We didn't have to go. Where do you practice now?
So we have the Copenhagen Band Hall. It's just over right next to Campus Village that just opened this fall. So we're right there by Bates and Campus Village, just alongside of Blatt and the pedestrian bridge right there.
Oh, okay. So it's an easy walk down from campus to get there.
It is. It is. It's not too bad. And lots of folks stand out on the bridge and watch us rehearse, which is pretty cool every day of the week, but especially on Fridays for home games. It's great.
So how did this whole thing with Macy's come about?
Oh, gosh, as soon as this is my 5th year here at USC, as soon as I walked in the door to such a prestigious college band program with such great, rich history, which is a dream job for me, I automatically started thinking, well, what has the band done? And started learning about the history. And Macy's was not on the resume, as you would say. And I immediately thought about that. And I thought, well, why don't we look into this? This would be great to bring us to the world stage in one more way that would really be one of many culminating events in the 103-year history of the Carolina Band.
Oh yeah, I remember all these years after I was out of the band and in radio and television, I used to say, why isn't the band doing Macy's? And now finally my dream has come true of seeing the band actually get out there and play.
Mine too. I mean, just every day with these students in the Carolina Band is kind of my dream scenario. It's great working with them and seeing their energy and passion, and to see the excitement on their face when Macy's made their selection, and we were able to announce it to them. Is one of the most special moments I'll ever have and remember for the rest of my life.
Yeah, and it's going to be a special moment in the entire life of the university too. So it's a big deal.
Yeah, first time going up. We can't wait to take the sound of Carolina up to New York City.
So it's more than just marching in the parade. You got other events scheduled for the trip. Describe what the trip's going to be like, at least as you know it right now. I know the final preparations haven't been made yet.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we have a long way to go in our final preparation, but being where it falls in the course of the football season, it'll be basically that week for us in New York. So we'll head up, not quite sure on which day we'll leave, but try to get there Monday or Tuesday, have some time to rehearse up there. We have working on a rehearsal site that has the layout for the parade and everything that happens in the square as the final performance of the parade. But it'll be almost a full week up in New York City. We'll head back on Friday and to get back in order to play at the Clemson game, which is at Clemson next year. So we'll have the parade on Thursday and the Clemson game on Saturday.
So are you even coming back to Columbia, or are you just going directly to Clemson?
We're talking about that because we're going to have to put the students up somewhere. So we may actually head over to the Greenville area on the way back from New York and just spend Friday night there. The possibility of it being a new game, so we'd be close by and not have to come back to Columbia, put everybody up, and then hop on a bus and go right back to Greenville.
Yeah. We got to have them all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to go, instead of jet lag.
Exactly. At least they'll have time to sleep on the bus on the way back. So it'll be a full week for everybody, but one that's gonna they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. So have you thought about what you're going to perform yet, or have any thoughts?
Oh my gosh!
Or can people suggest things to you about what to perform?
Oh, we're always open to suggestions for sure. Not everything is possible for us and has to make a good marching band arrangement, but we haven't really even talked about what the performances will be. We'll have one piece of music that we'll perform in the parade, the length of the parade itself, and then a separate piece of music that we'll do at Herald Square for the TV cameras. So that's as soon as we kind of get the logistics figured out, then we'll start the planning process. It'll go into our planning through the spring like we do every spring for our football season. We'll just have one extra kind of special performance to plan for.
Yep. Well, at least the footwork in the performance is going to be a little bit simpler because you can't do much inside of Herald Square there.
No, exactly. We have 75 seconds of performance time in and out of the performance area, and we'll design sort of a visual performance like we do for the football field, obviously in a much smaller area and space. So I'm looking forward to diving into that, something I haven't done because I haven't had the opportunity to take a band to Macy's. So, and conference calls with some other directors who have been there and just finding out, hey, how's this going to work? What can we expect? And starting to put it all down on paper. I have books of notes taken already from people who have done it before, from people that organize it, and all the folks at Macy's.
Oh, wow. It's going to be a fantastic week.
Oh, my gosh. It's so exciting. It's really exciting for us. And with any new endeavor added to our calendar like this, of course, it comes with some added expenses and funding questions. And so right now we're real focused on getting the word out and relying on our supporters to help get us there.
Can you use one extra alumni trumpet player?
I have a feeling that's a question we're going to get a lot over the next year. Which,
sure you are.
You mentioned alumni, and I would be amiss if I didn't mention. I mean, this is built on a long history of the Carolina Band, and so many fantastic alumni of the band who marched and played for years and just brought the sound to game day and the atmosphere here at Carolina. And huge thanks to all of our band alumni, Carolina Band alumni, as well as everybody here at the university and Central Communications and Development, the administration, for just being supporters of ours each and every day, every year. And we're so excited to share this with everyone. We just happen to be lucky, we being myself, the directors, and the students next year, be the ones that are here when it happens. But we couldn't have done this without everybody.
Speaking of folks over there at the School of Music, I want to give a shout out to Jennifer Jablonski, who actually, I reached out to her when I saw that we had gotten the invitation. I said, I need to talk to
JJ is fantastic, and also a Carolina Band alum, which is great as well, and does so much for us.
It's amazing how many Carolina Band alums are actually in or were in broadcasting.
Oh, yeah, just everywhere across the country, locally and across the country. It's amazing to make those connections and see the passion they still have for the Carolina Band and the university. Gary
Thrills Mills over at WNOK and WCOS, he played Barry sax for the band back in the
Excellent. Yeah, folks are everywhere. I've run into them all over the place, and it's just like, oh, my gosh, I had no idea. And then you have that instant connection.
Oh, yeah. Man, I tell you, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to walk over and talk with us over here.
Oh, my pleasure. My goodness, like I said, we want to share this with the entire university community, past and present and future. And we look forward to waving the flag for USC in New York City next fall.
That's right. So we've been talking with Dr. Jay Jacobs, who is the Associate Director of Bands and the Director of Athletic Band. So thank you so much, Jay, for coming by and talking with us.